was your offseason like?
I was here for the most part. Went on a couple trips. Went down to Zion and Bryce Canyon on my anniversary weekend, so that was cool. But for the most part, I was here, training with different staff members, different guys that have been here throughout the summer. At the beginning, it was KO. Then it was just me. And then the rookies came in, so it was me and the rookies for a while in Ochai. And then, recently now it's been pretty much everyone for our workshops and open gyms and stuff, so it's been a lot of fun.
What have you been working on that's maybe different than previous off seasons?
I would say the biggest thing is shooting off the move. Ever since I was, in middle school, elementary school, I was, primarily a 5, who was just mainly a standstill shooter. But this year, I've been working on, or this summer at least, I've been working on shots off the move. So coming off screens, pin downs, different flare actions, whatever, things like that, different kinds of footwork, anything like that to be able to get, catch and shoots off of the move.
What goals have you set for yourself coming into this season?
Well, obviously the primary goal is to win. That's the team goal. Obviously, you always want to make runs, for the playoffs and obviously a championship. But as far as individually, my biggest thing is to be someone that can come in and help the team win. Someone that's not going to be a person who the coach has to take off the floor right away. I want to be someone that Coach Hardy trusts to be on the floor all the time. Obviously, no one's going to be perfect with that, but I would say that's the primary goal this year is to be a guy that Coach Hardy trusts to put on the floor all the time and produce.
How much has the Stars helped you?
Well, experience in playing always helps. That's the main, developer for anyone, I would say. Obviously, in the summer you can come in and your individual stuff, but playing 5-on-5 is the best way to get better in game time situations. So obviously, as we all know from last year, I didn't get a whole lot of run with the Jazz, and so being able to get that run with the Stars is super helpful, and it helps prepare you to get ready for game time situations with the Jazz.
What does that G League? We saw you do it. We saw Ochai do it. We all kind of talk about it, but I don't think any of us really understand. What is that G League experience that then translates to NBA or other experiences?
Well, the G League is actually a faster league than the NBA. I think actually quite a bit more fast than the NBA. So that's the big thing, right? Being able to keep things slow in your mind, be aggressive and play fast, but also be slow in your mind and slow things down in your mind. So I would say that's the biggest thing, speed of the game. And then obviously, we pretty much run the same offense with the Stars and the Jazz and the same defensive schemes with the Stars as we do with the Jazz. So just getting those game reps and being able to come in with the Stars, learn how to do all those things and perfect them to a point. Obviously, perfection is impossible, but then whenever you're called up with the Jazz and be ready to go.
What can you tell us about Scott Morrison?
Scott is one of my all-time favorite coaches. I've had quite a bit. He's one of my all-time favorite coaches. It was so funny because, well, I don't know if I'd call it funny actually, but we were not good at the beginning of the year last year, at all. But then his leadership style, him, figuring out different ways to kind of help the team, spur them on and, get them ready to go and just different things because every team's different, right? Everyone's got different leadership styles that they like and things that they relate to. So for him, just trying literally anything and everything that he could to get us to do well, and then we ended up being in the playoffs and hosting a playoff game. Obviously, we lost that first game, which was tough. But, for him to be able to take a team that was very apart and bring them together was probably the biggest thing. Because we had a lot of talent the entire year, but as far as being together, that was the biggest thing, and he was able to do that. And so I'm excited for him to be on the Jazz staff this year. He's the one I've been working out with mainly this summer. So he's my guy. So, like I said, all-time favorite coach, or one of them at least.
Will called him a brilliant tactician and an offensive wizard the other day. Do you have examples of that?
Man, yes. If I named them all, we would be here all day, and I'd be late to Hawaii. But I would say the biggest thing is adjustments, right? So ATOs, different plays out of the timeout. Different things like that to where we can just execute and then adjusting in game to attack certain, whether it's a matchup thing that we like or something we don't like, being able to change on the fly and be able to adjust on the fly. I feel like in coaching, especially in basketball, that's a huge, huge part of coaching is being able to adjust. And he's awesome at that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.